All right, here we are. It's that day again. It's Thursday. Woo! It's that veteran spotlight. I'm so excited, so excited. I always get a little nervous right beforehand. Like my hands are sweaty, my knees are weak, and well, I guess my hands already. I just said that. Oh man, I just rambling on here. But anyways, we got a great streamer, a great person, and a vet. Obviously a vet. I'm just rambling on. So let's get somebody else in here before I don't know. You can't see my armpits sweating, but it's starting to get there. But anyways, yeah, mom spaghetti. It's mom spaghetti time. But anyways, we got a Kodinii here. Let's go ahead and switch it over. There's the two. Oh, look, there it is. It's just the two of us. Yo, how's it going?
Good. How are
I'm
you?
great. I'm great. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being on the veteran spotlight. I super appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Awesome. This is great. Well, for those of you who don't know, my name is not VLP Gaming. Surprise, surprise. It's not on my driver's license. My name's Danny. I was in the Marine Corps, so I'm not just some guy pretending to be a guy, pretending to be another guy. Actually, don't let the beard fool you. Well, I guess the military, that's kind of a prerequisite after the fact. If you're a guy, not if, I mean, maybe you haven't started growing yours yet. I don't know. But so I'm just not just some guy. I've been a guy before, special kind of guy, kind of. Anyways, rambling on. Like I said, mom's spaghetti. My hands are sweaty. Anyways, so well, let's start off. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I am Cody or Kodinii. I was in the Air Force. I served my regular 4 years, and now I stream.
Hey, that's right. Stream, and what a good stream. Uh,
Yes.
very, very interesting stream today. I will agree. It was a good time today.
It's always interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, all right. So, Air Force. So what made you like? We'll just start. I mean, I guess that's the best place to start. What made you choose the Air Force?
Um, well, I was talking to a couple of my friends who were actually in the Marines, but I wanted to be, a
Smart
cop.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was also in the Marine too, so
Yo, smart man, smart man. Yeah.
yes. And they're like, well, if you want to be a cop and you're gonna be, a woman, you might as well go to Air Force. And I was like, why the Air Force? And they're like, because you'll get more respect out of like everyone. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I just kind of went for the Air Force, and
hmm hmm
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Air Force. Not bad. Um, now, so how was so I'm assuming you went like 18, 19 in? Like right.
No,
Oh.
actually, I was 21.
Ooh. Yo. Late military bloomer, huh?
Yes, yes.
That's okay.
I went to college at first.
Yeah, yo, so did I. Yeah. I felt like the old man in the room. Well, I always feel like the old man in the room now. But like
Oh yeah.
I was there and people were like, "Oh, we got to sneak drinking," and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm going to the bar. Like, I'll see you guys later." Like I was like, "Hey, can you buy us?" Nope, I can't. I'm sorry. No.
Nope, I'm just gonna head out.
Yeah. I want to hang out at the adults table. You guys enjoy your coloring books.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so 21. All right.
Mhm.
Um, so what was your experience like in basic?
Um, Honestly, I felt like basic was a little too easy,
hmm
especially for, I guess it's the Air Force, the chair force.
Yeah.
But it was super easy. I did get yelled at a couple of times because I was smiling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, that
It,
happened.
it doesn't
But
surprise me. For some reason, that doesn't surprise me.
yeah, they took some paperwork and like stop smiling, and like I was
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah.
And so that was hard. And then like I talk a lot with my hands, so that was
Mm,
hard too
yeah.
because I had to, stand at the position of
hmm
attention when I'm talking to the fucking MTL. So,
Yeah. I
but
could.
yeah, it was pretty easy.
Yeah, I could understand. I could understand if you're a very animated person, and
Yeah.
yeah. So okay. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I had a lot of people who did that once in boot camp.
Hmm.
They were animated, and then they got choke slammed, and they weren't animated anymore. Uh, yeah, it's a different world. It's a different world.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So, okay, so my my experience with Air Force boot camp is very limited, just from stories and stuff, from what I hear.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I hear you have to take on some like, is it like you have to do some sort of side job or something while you're there, or not side job, but like, so I had a friend who, when they were there, they had to like play an instrument or something. I don't know, like at the to march at the very end. No. Mm,
Oh, no, they were probably in band for
okay.
the Air Force.
Well, okay. I guess I
That's
was
his own
mistaken.
little job.
All right. I'll have to remember that. I'll have to get more information before I just spout out random Air Force stuff.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Uh, all right. So, okay. So what? Anything exciting happened? Like, what's your go-to like story for like uh your basic? What's your go-to story?
Um, well, it was my fourth week there,
Hmm.
and there's an active shooter.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
I mean
Uh,
they weren't on my annex, obviously. The annex I was on for basic, but it was pretty interesting because we literally like at first we were going to class and then stuff happened and like we're like where are we going and then our instructors were like run just run and so we're just like
yeah.
okay we're running and then we're all in this room crammed together like 60 some kids and I was just like oh my god my legs they're falling
Yeah.
asleep
Oh,
but that's pretty much my go-to thing that happened in it sounds so bad. Oh my god. It sounds so bad saying out loud now.
that's
Oh
crazy.
no.
That's not where I thought. Like most people don't tell stories like that when it comes to boot camp. But I'm into it. That's great. Yo.
Listen, it was something that was kind of like exciting but scary at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's because boot camp was boring overall.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like I learned how to do hospital corners
I don't know. What is
and
that?
march.
Oh, yeah, I know how to march. What's hospital corners?
When you're tucking in your sheets
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything,
The
you have
40,
to
yeah,
tie.
45s. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I've never heard of them called
yeah.
that, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I learned how to make a bed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I've heard a lot of different um basic or boot camp stories, but yo, that takes the cake right there. I've
Oh
never,
yeah.
yeah, I've never heard one where I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then you're like, yeah, somebody was shooting. I was like, oh, all right, yeah, 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 absolutely, awesome. So, and that's what, 6 weeks,
8 weeks.
8 weeks? I don't know. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I should start taking notes. I'm not gonna take
Yeah.
notes now, but I'll take notes later. I like a little cheat sheet. I should.
It happens. It happens.
Oh, absolutely. So, what was your MOS or your job? I don't.
I was a military cop. I was security
Oh,
forces.
yeah, I think you said that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Secpo.
I should take notes about the interview. I should ask these questions beforehand, so I don't. Now, how was? So, where was your schooling at? So, you went from, excuse me, you went from basic to, where'd you go to school at?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Oh
Literally
boy,
where basic was at. I just went across the street.
across the street. Oh wow. Now, so was that more of what you were looking for? Was that more intense?
Um, some parts of it, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but most of it, no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I had to put it like that.
Yeah.
I think the most intense part of it was learning how to clear out buildings and the instructor was like yelling at you.
Yeah.
So when that happened to me, I was going up these stairs and I literally fell forward. My head went into the wall.
Oh.
so so that was fun, but also combatives. That was god awful. We literally ate and then come back from lunch and work out till we threw up and then did combatives and then yeah, it was just that was awful.
That sounds like a good time. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to ever do that again. Like I hardly ate that week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that like on a regular everyday basis, but yeah, sounds like a good time to me. I don't know about throwing up. I'm not a big throw up fan, But
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
eat and then fight. I mean,
Right.
and it's not like you guys are just like, having a giant brawl or anything. It was structured.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, sounds like a good time to me. We're into Twitch combatives. Just gonna meet up like once a year,
Fuck yes.
eat food and fight. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We'll do the freaking shrimp too. We'll shrimp across the room.
We'll do. Yeah, we'll do. It'll be hilarious because you can get people who are currently in to be like, oh, this is easy, and then you get it. All of us and like, oh my god, my knee, like I can't get back up.
Yep.
Help me up.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
I think my hip went out.
Oh yeah.
Again.
Yeah. They're like, come on, move. And you're like, no, I legit can't. Like, my legs won't move. They won't go.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh man. So Texas. All right. What was the most interesting thing that, like, did somebody else shoot up the place where you were in school?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. No.
It's like
But
there might be a history of this if we dig deep enough.
no. But when I was able to go off a base and everything, I did get pretty drunk and it was fun.
Yeah,
that was a fun time during tech school.
absolutely. Yeah, there were. I went to an army base for my MOS school, and those kids hated it, because they were walking around in like just regular attire, and they're always in their camis or BDUs. Yeah, it was great. It was a good time. We just make fun of them, and then we'd be like, "Hey, look, you better watch out. I'll go tell your daddy." Yo.
Oh no.
Yeah. You better not talk back to me. I'll go tell your daddy, and then I'll watch you do the obstacle course as I eat popcorn.
That is so funny.
Good times. Yeah.
I'm gonna eat some popcorn.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were on an army base, and there was only 40 of us, maybe 50 of us on an army base. So of course we had to talk shit to every single person that we came across.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. So so how was it going to school? Like, I know you said basic was easy. Is it you guys call basic?
Yeah.
Okay, basic. Sorry, I get it all confused. Blame the military. I got TBI stuff. I don't remember what everybody calls everything. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not all called the same thing across the board. It'd be easier that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the United States military should have United States lingo, like all across the board.
Yes.
That way, when you talk about it, you're not confused about like whatever what they say. What does that mean? Let me get my book out. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, because that would be too. It's the military. That'd be too easy. That would make sense.
It's more military. It's a hurry up and wait type of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So basic was easy. Mm-hmm. So security forces school. So that was relatively easy. Yeah.
I know it sounds bad, but like it was 3 months, but it was, I don't know. Now that I look back on it, it was way too easy, I think. There were tense times, like I said, but that's about it. It was just on the weekends I went and drank.
Okay. I think everybody does that. I don't think there's I don't think anybody out there doesn't do that because it's a stressful situation. I mean, regardless.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what are the basics of going to security for active shooter? Are you good?
No, I think it's thunderstorming.
Oh, okay.
So
I just didn't know.
What is going on?
I didn't know if that was going to be a recurring theme through this through the day here.
Oh no.
Okay.
It just sounded like something was getting blown up,
Sure. Uh-oh. Clicked on that. Didn't mean to. Okay. So so take us through security forces or security forces? Yeah. That's what you said, right? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yo, I had a brain fart.
I
was thinking about thunderstorms and then I got that like, oh shit, a squirrel type Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I get a train of
It feels
thought.
like that sometimes.
Yeah, I got a train of thought, and then it gets derailed easy, like over a pebble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Uncle Sam. I super appreciate it. Uh, so take us through security forces school. Like, what kind of stuff did you learn? Like training wise, you know, like what did you find that was like super dumb, but what did you find that was like I use this in everyday life type stuff, like hospital corners and stuff?
Well, I don't use those hospital corners, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
Yeah.
um, Let me see. I don't know. I thought it was kind of I shouldn't say stupid, but like at the first week we went over, the history of the Air Force and
Mhm.
everything and like the security forces and how they came about and then which was so boring. Like I literally almost fell asleep every single time I was in that class. And then it didn't get exciting until we did combative.
Yeah.
And that was like third week, I think. And that was a lot of fun because obviously we could do one-on-one with male and female. They didn't have like a female go with the female and male go with the male because there's,
Yeah.
obviously males. And then not enough girls. Anyways, uh where was I going with this story? Oh, well, like it's funny because the guys were like thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be so easy." During combatives, I've got to be able to steal the toy gun from her holster super quick, and then when you pop up your hips and everything and do the bridge, they're just like, "What the fuck is going on?" So that was fun. That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, what was the question again?
No, you're all good. You're all good. Uh, Look, it happens to the best of us. I'm having one of those days as well myself, where I just like I start talking and then I'm like, oh no, get back on topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that happens to me a lot.
it's okay. Hey, same page. We're good. We're good to go then. We'll get through this together.
Yay!
Yeah. So uh, school. You're going through school, through
Oh yeah, yeah,
security
yeah.
forces school. Yeah. So you were
Right.
talking about combatives. You said it was kind of easy up until you got to combatives, and then it was like because it was just it was free for all with people.
Yeah, yeah. And then the fact that I hardly ate at all that week, that was awful.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to throw up before combatives.
How that's the that's the secret technique where you automatically win. You just throw up on whoever you're going at, and then
You know what? That's true.
I mean that would
Because
have
then
been a
they're gonna
special
back
weapon
off.
that that would have been a special weapon that nobody else would have thought of.
Right. Exactly. And then you have to go clean up.
Hmm. Yeah.
But then I guess crap. What was after combative? I think we went to like the range
Ooh,
to
that's
like
my
learn
favorite.
like the um M240 or yeah, Bravo, the 240 Bravo and then the the uh what the fuck is it called? The rocket launcher thing where you put it on your M4.
The M203 grenade launcher.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Like,
You'll work it out. You'll work it out. Just you keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
so that was pretty fun. That week was really really fun.
Mhm.
Um, Learning how to do like half reloads and like
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah. Yeah. Learning how to get
stuff is
tactical.
called.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we went to like what'd you call it? Bolus or whatever. It was like 3 weeks of Bolus, and they're like, okay, we're gonna like go really really intense now. And like we had when we worked out, we'd be throwing those tires,
Mm.
those big tires, and I was just like, ooh, I'm
Yeah.
too little for this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
um, and then we lost the ice sheets. Like my team lost the ice sheets at Bullis, and our instructors hated us. They absolutely hated us. And I was just like, listen, I'm just here trying to get through.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it
Okay.
through. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
But
awesome. So what are these? I'm not familiar. What's up? What are these ice sheets?
ice sheets, so
Yeah.
they're used, so okay. So when someone is like their body's overheating and everything, they're gonna have a heat stroke or whatever.
hmm
The ice sheets help cool their body.
Oh, ice. Ice.
Yeah, ice.
ICE. I thought you
Ice.
said eye sheets. I'm like, I have no
Oh,
idea what that
no.
is. Like you
No.
mark
Ice.
down your workouts, or like I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
no. No.
Okay,
No.
yeah. Ice sheets. Doc, you
Yeah.
familiar with ice sheets? I see you
Am
down
I?
there. No, Doc.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh. Oh.
we got a
Oh.
we
Oh.
got a we
Oh.
got a corpsman in the chat. So
Oh, okay.
any medical, anything whatsoever medical, I always refer to him because he's Doc. So
Oh, right. I got you. Got you.
yeah. All right. So Bliss working out ice sheets.
Yes.
Was this towards the end of security
Yeah.
forces school?
So yeah, it was. We had to be there at this Camp Bullis for 3 weeks, I think, and
hmm
then it was like 2 weeks later we graduated.
hmm
So yeah, that's towards the end. That's super fun.
Yeah.
We went on a morning run one day, and one of my instructors, she was kind of a bitch, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And she was running on the right side of us, so she was a little heavy set, and she tripped and rolled down this little hill.
Oh,
And everyone
perfect.
started laughing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh. She was like, I'm going to take everyone's paperwork for laughing at me. But even the other instructors were laughing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah. Oh,
It was
that's
just so
great.
funny.
That's a good time.
It was great. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's always funny when when you have those moments of somebody trying to be a hard ass and then they just eat shit. It's just it is
Yes.
so great.
Fucking
Oh,
karma.
absolutely. Like there's those moments where you're like, like I hate this person, and then you're like, sucks to suck.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, so now that you've made it through easy security forces school, where did it take you after this? Where did it take you next?
Um, good old Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was stationed at Tinker Air Force Base.
Oh, okay, nice. How? I've never been to Oklahoma. How is Oklahoma?
Um, very windy.
Yeah.
And the drivers, absolute shit.
Oh, okay.
Absolute shit.
It's windy and shitty drivers. Okay, I think
Yes.
I've seen Oklahoma now. Okay.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. And they have red soil that you can hardly grow grass on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Oklahoma. I'll mark it off my
But
list.
yeah. Oh, and it's in Tornado Valley.
Oh yeah, I have heard of Tornado Alley. Like it just that whole area. Maybe that's why nobody lives there. Just
Well,
tornadoes, red soil, windy, and bad drivers. Like that doesn't sound like a good time to me.
no, it's not. It's definitely not a good time. And
Yeah.
then winters, guess what? They're winters. It doesn't snow. It's ice.
Oh.
It's fucking ice.
That does not.
Like-
Yeah. I know.
Like, I was just like, just give me snow, please. I'm done with this ice.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Oh, geez. Yeah. So, what does security forces do in Oklahoma?
Oh, wait, protect the base.
Well, I mean, yes, I know you protect the base, but like, oh boy, you break it down Barney style. So, what is a daily life of security forces in Oklahoma like? What take us through a day of security forces in the good old Oklahoma Tinker Air Force Base.
Okay, so when I was first there,
Yes.
moved into my dorm and everything, did my whole training, and then went to flight.
Mm-hmm.
I worked nights, so that was fun.
Oh.
And then, I didn't really know anyone, so I would just obviously go to bed afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But my master sergeant ended up making fun of me because my middle fingers are crooked.
You've crooked middle fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, is that
So
something
he
you want
wanted
to?
me.
Is that something you want to show
Mm,
off right now?
sure.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. They bend. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
like, cause it was winter time, and he's like, "Who needs gloves?" And I was like, "I need gloves." And he was he was like, "What size? Medium?" And I was like, "Probably." And he's like, "Show me your hands." So I did, and he's like, "Oh my god,
yo.
are your middle fingers crooked?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Flip me off. Come on, flip me off." And I'm an A1C, and I'm just like, should I listen to him? He's kind of giving me an order to
It's a
flip him
direct.
off.
It's a direct order.
Exactly. So I was like, fine, and I ended up flipping him off, and everyone was just laughing. I was just like, this isn't fun.
Yo, you got to take those opportunities when you can, because they don't come very often.
Oh, that's true.
Some
That's true.
E6 or E7 is like, give me the finger. Yeah.
All right, here we
Good to
go.
go. Here it is. Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So he made fun
But
of you because you got because you got crooked fingers.
yeah, I was born with it too.
Yo, no
I get 'em
judgment.
from my mom.
Oh, no judgment. Just pointing out a fact.
It's so bad though. But yeah, that was fun when I was first new there.
Yeah.
And then you get in that like routine where you're just like going to work, coming
Mhm.
home, going to sleep,
Mhm.
going to work and everything. But then I did deploy when I was there for 6 months. So like my first 6 months of actually being in, I
Mhm.
deployed.
Mhm.
So that was fun.
Now, how long ago was this? When were you in? I don't
Um
think we went over that. Like,
oh no,
so you
okay. So
joined.
I joined in March of 2016. And
Oh,
then I deployed in the was it? Yeah, July of 2017.
okay,
So
okay.
like I was only at my first base for months, and they're like, "Hey, guess what? You're gonna get ready to deploy. So
Hell
have
yeah,
fun."
hell yeah. Wait, so now
So
where'd this deployment take you?
I went to Kuwait.
Oh,
So
Kuwait.
it was a little cushy deployment, you know.
Yeah, I've been there. Kuwait.
Not a lot
Kuwait
happened.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Marines are they're fucking crazy.
This is true.
They
It's not
they
only
I
there where they're crazy. It's pretty much everywhere else too.
Listen, I'm pretty sure one of them like bit the head off of a rat.
Where's the What's the crazy part about that?
Like it was still alive.
Mm-hmm. Well, he probably did it for some chew, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just heard about it
I'm
because
gonna
I
go
worked
with
out
chew.
at the vehicle search area.
Yeah,
So I was on the outside of base.
that makes sense. I don't see
I was
what's
just like, what the
I
fuck?
don't see what's weird with that. Yo, everybody does. Everybody's got a price. I bet you his was for some chew. I almost guarantee that's what it was for.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I thought we were gonna get weird here, but I mean that sounds pretty.
Normal for you? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I used to have this good old boy when I was in Iraq, and he
Mhm.
would take the top of a can like this, and he would just bite it
Mhm.
all the way around, and then use it as a dip spit. He would just
Oh yeah, yeah. I've
he'd
seen people
chug it,
actually do
and
that.
then he'd bite it off, and then he just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've
Yo,
seen people do that actually.
yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Biting the head off a rat, whatever.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Yeah. It's all kind of weird. Yeah, bored Marines are dangerous. Dangerous.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Just period. I was gonna go somewhere else with that, but no, that's just period. Like
Yeah.
that's the end of the sentence. So Kuwait. Oh boy, good old Kuwait.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you're out there checking cars, huh?
Yep.
Mm. I
Yep. And I was, scanning the people.
mm-hmm. I don't envy
So they,
that.
yeah, they were a little stinky.
Absolutely.
I really
Uh
just wanted to give them some deodorant and be like, "Have
yeah.
you ever heard of
They
it?"
they don't they don't wear deodorant. Like for real.
Yeah, I know.
Like they don't wear deodorant. They don't, depending on what city you're in, they don't use toilet paper. Or they use a rag. Um yeah, I spent a little time in Iraq, couple deployments. Um it's those people, I mean, it's a third world country. Even Kuwait,
Mhm.
you know. Um
Yeah.
and it's just normal life to them. They just wash their clothes in a bucket and then hang them out to dry. Like it's just that's life, for them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
Oh yeah.
they're barefoot, uh, like walking around on gravel and stuff. Like it's nothing. Like, oh, my feet hurt looking at you run around on gravel.
Yeah. Especially if it's there, it's just hot. Like the ground
Yeah,
is just freaking hell.
yeah,
It's lava.
absolutely, definitely. It definitely is. It's a different lifestyle that people don't know, like how bad it is sometimes. Well,
Oh yeah.
most of the time over there for these. I mean, people live in a third world country.
Mhm.
It sucks. I wouldn't want to do it.
Although they have a really big ass mall there.
Oh, I didn't get a vacation while I was over there. I didn't get. I'll have to take your word on it on that one. I didn't get to go shopping. I didn't get to go swimming. I heard there were some cool pools.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had one on the base I was at.
I fucking bet you did. I bet you did.
Yeah, so my one day off, I'd go
Uh,
swimming.
yeah,
It was great. It
I
was
would.
fucking great.
I would take that in a heartbeat. One day off, but I get to go swimming. Yeah, bet. Absolutely.
Yep.
I hear about all
Yep.
these stories about all these other branches, and I was like, man, I got fucked over. Like, I believed in the dream, and then I got there and it was a nightmare. Like, I hear other people like swimming in pools and air conditioning and having my own room type stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yo,
yeah. And like I was married at the time, right? So my husband actually deployed with me and
oh,
we got to be in this like little trailer with our own bathroom and everything. It was nice. But it was where the officers were. So every time I'd get ready for work, I'd poke my head out and look everywhere. Be like, all right, I don't see no officer or anything. I'm gonna head out. I'm going to work.
mm-hmm.
Cause like,
Jeez,
I really don't feel like saluting them when I'm just trying to get on with my work day. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
But I
Uh,
did, obviously. I obviously saluted them when I needed to. Don't worry, don't worry.
we what you don't. I was enlisted. Like you don't, whatever. I played dodge the officer all the time, so it was great. Um, uh, and it was one of those things too where like we kind of got lucky in Iraq because uh, it was different place than Kuwait.
Mm-hmm.
Like the officers didn't wear shiny shit on their collars, so that way they didn't get shot first. So
Right.
like no saluting, no formations. I mean, unless you were at like TQ or Fallujah, depending on what year it was. So we
Mm-hmm.
kind of got lucky on deployments because you would just like the officers hated it because they like demand respect type stuff. So you would just be
Right.
like, good afternoon, sir, and or ma'am, and then just
Yeah. Like
keep
at
going.
the vehicle when I was working at the vehicle search area, they'd get so upset because it's the no hat, no salute zone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like we're literally outside of the base.
Yep.
Why do you want us to salute you? Because
Yeah.
ISIS was still pretty big in 2017 and like
Absolutely. Yeah.
making threats and everything. And I was just like, you really want us to salute you right out here in the open like this?
Yeah. Bet.
Like,
You go out like an officer. I promise you that.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's crazy. Kuwait. So you got to go swimming and you were checking vehicles.
Hmm.
How long did Kuwait? How long were you in Kuwait?
6 months.
6 months. Ugh.
Hmm.
Did you do anything like so? What else did you do? Was that it? Like I'm sure you had to
Um,
rotate through other stuff, right?
no,
Oh, it was just guard
no, no.
duty, gate duty.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, like obviously we at the vehicle search area. Like I was specifically at that spot
Hmm.
my whole entire deployment.
Hmm.
There's 3 or 4, one, two, yeah, 4 places you could work.
Hmm.
One was like if you had the certification for the 240 Bravo, you'd be in the tower all night just chilling. There's the gate guard checking the IDs and everything, which I have a really funny story about this one.
Oh, I
And
wait to hear that
then
one. Yeah.
and then where you search of people and everything, make sure they don't have like things they can't have. And then the other one, oh wait, there's 5. The other one is a vehicle. We had our own patrol out there. And then the other one was searching the vehicles and scanning them and everything like
Hmm.
that.
Now, when you
So,
talk about, excuse me, I have Iraq lungs, so they don't work all the way sometimes. Thank you again, Uncle Sam, for that too.
mm,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. So when you talk about searching vehicles, are like what are we? Yeah, break down a vehicle search. What happens?
Um, okay, so before everyone gets out of the vehicle, you ask them to keep like all the doors open, pop up the hood, like open any compartments in the vehicle. And
Hmm.
then you write down their information, the vehicle information, the person's ID, and then you send them off to somewhere they can't see you, search the vehicle.
Hmm.
And then you just kind of go around looking in it.
Okay. Okay. You look
Yeah.
like underneath it. Um.
Yeah, so like there's like I don't know what they're called, but like the little mirrors that
Hmm.
you can like look under
Hmm.
vehicles and stuff. And then we had canine out there all the time too.
Sure. Sure.
So
Yeah. So you're checking glove box. You're checking trunk, engine, um, any compartments underneath seats,
mm-hmm.
cushions, um, kicking tires, the whole nine.
I mean, I wouldn't say kicking tires, but
Oh, okay.
maybe kicking rocks.
Yeah. Different
um,
times, different places. Um,
yep, yep.
I worked with some pit teams and MIT teams in Iraq, and I did a little bit of base duty in Ramadi. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm semi familiar with checking vehicles.
Right.
Different times and different places are more thorough. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, but did you ever find anything interesting checking vehicles?
No.
No. That's good though. I
At least
mean,
I didn't.
yeah. Well, that's a good thing though. I mean, some people find some interesting stuff, and
I've heard.
yeah,
I've heard.
yeah. Sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes not so hilarious.
Exactly.
So what's this? So you brought up earlier. What's this ID story?
Okay, so I'm already laughing because it's so funny.
Yo, that's what's up. It's a good
Okay,
one.
so we were breakfast was coming around and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and so traffic started picking up.
Hmm.
And it was my turn to sit in the shack and eat my breakfast, right? Well, my lead at the gate, she was checking IDs, and this one semi truck pulled up, and obviously they don't speak English, and she's like, I need to see your ID. And
Mhm.
he's like, what? She said, your ID. And this man literally crawls out of his vehicle and starts fucking running towards the street.
Uh
And I'm just sitting there
oh.
eating my freaking breakfast. And I look out the window. I was like, what is going on?
hmm
And so I hear over the radio what's going on. I was like, oh crap. So I close my stuff. And here comes my supervisor. And he's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm eating. It's my time to take off. And he's like,
Oh man.
Cody, we could have blown up. I was like, what do you want me to do? He ran down the road. Like,
Yeah. Wouldn't have been my
Thank
problem anymore.
exactly.
But I would have had my French toast.
But it was so funny because he's just like, oh my God, Cody. And
Oh.
I was just like, literally, my lead could have been like, get your ass out here, help me. Like, no, I was eating my food.
Jeez. Yeah. Priorities. I mean, come on. You get little pleasures when you're on deployment, and food is one of them.
Yes, exactly.
That's.
But thankfully, he was just running to the street to stop another truck to get his ID.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lucky that y'all was there, because that would have been like you talk about Marines being crazy. That's a freebie right there.
Yeah.
He ran away. I shot him. I was scared. My bad. I didn't know. He didn't speak English. I said ID. He ran away. My bad. Yeah, but
Right.
it could have went any number of directions. Luckily,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was the safe one.
Yeah, I'm so glad too.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Wow. So what else? Like, any other interesting stories happen while you were deployed? Deployments usually have some crazy, crazy stories at the bases, or not necessarily maybe happen to you directly.
So one of my friends, she was posted out, working with 2 Marines. Actually, it was
Oh.
so funny. Well, I shouldn't say it's funny. She ended up breaking her foot on this deployment. So do you know those metal little gate things that like come up, and
Mhm.
then you like push a button and they go down?
We didn't push a
Right.
button. We put them up by hand. You're talking about like
Oh,
for the roads and stuff?
like a little barrier.
Yeah. So like at a
It's
gate?
electrical though.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it was electrical.
Okay.
And I know you probably
Cake.
never experienced
No.
any of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, we used to we had like little metal bars and like barriers and stuff, but like we would just pull them up by hand and stuff. They might have been
yeah,
electrical
no.
at one point in time, but Marine Corps gets lowest bidder on equipment. So it probably was Air Force at one time, and then it broke, and they're like, we don't want it. And we're like, we'll take it.
Probably.
Yeah. Brand new equipment for us.
Oh wait, it doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work? Good. That means nobody can blame me for breaking it, because if it doesn't work, it's already
Exactly.
broken.
That's so true.
So
But
electric.
So I'm glad we got past that.
Yeah.
So she was letting it down, and apparently her foot, which I don't understand how, but her foot was like right under it, and she put it down and it went on her foot, and then this vehicle drove over the barrier,
Ooh.
and then she like put it back up after they went on.
Mhm.
I guess she went over and sat down right next to these Marines. She looks at them, saying with the straightest face, I think I broke my foot.
Mhm.
And it was so funny hearing it from them, because they're like, she like did not like scream or cry or anything. She just sat down casually and was like, I think I broke my foot. And I
Yeah.
was just like, what? So
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty crazy. And then she was there literally my whole entire deployment. She was there with a broken foot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're trying to get her out, but I don't know what was happening. They couldn't, and I was just like, what in the world?
Yeah. Everybody handles pain different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the whole shock effect Like a lot of people see in movies, somebody gets stabbed and then they're like, they're all good to go or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
adrenaline only take you so far.
Oh yeah.
Like most times if you get stabbed, like your body just goes into shock, like
Mm-hmm.
naturally. So I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of times people will break stuff and then be like, I think I just broke something. Like,
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
Huh.
absolutely,
Huh.
yeah. That's good. That's a better reaction than freaking out.
Yeah.
Straight up,
I think the Marines were freaking out a little because she was just like, yeah, I think I broke my foot.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like we're always trained, like just call the corpsman. Like, sucking chest wound, I got you. You've been shot. You need tourniquet. I got you. But like, if you're calm and you're like, my foot's broken, like, I don't know, like panic, so I can feel like, so
I
I
don't
can
know
do
what to
something. Yeah,
do.
we're not trained to be calm. Like, if you freak out, then it's like, okay, I got the situation. But if you're like,
Right.
yo, my
If
foot's
you're
broke.
calm,
Yeah, if you're
it
calm,
doesn't
like,
work.
I'm freaking out because you're not freaking out, and then we're all freaking out,
Yep.
except for you. You're not freaking out, so I'm, like, that's nuts. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's about it for my deployment stories.
So okay, so tell me about this. Tell me about this mall. I'm very
Oh,
curious about this mall.
I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's like one of the world's biggest mall, right?
Hmm.
So while I was there, we were able to have liberty and go off the base and go to the town or the city,
Hmm.
which was like a 2-hour drive, I think.
Hmm.
Um, but we ended up going to this mall. It has like amusement park inside of it.
Like the
There
Mall of
was
America.
yeah, like yeah, Kuwait had one. And um there's like a cheesecake factory and like all these expensive stores
Hmm.
and like Louis Vuitton and like you just like walk in and it's just like God, this is beautiful. And I don't know, it was so big. It was huge. And then I was trying to find a store and obviously they could tell if you're American or not because
Yeah,
we
you
stick out
stick
like a
out.
sore thumb.
Yeah.
But she came up to me and she was looking for a store to return an item,
Hmm.
and I ended up helping her find the store that she needed, and I thought that was kind of crazy because I didn't understand anything she was saying, and I don't know if she understood me at all,
Yeah,
but I helped her, and I felt accomplished that day.
absolutely. Little victories. Little victories.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hmm.
And they had the really, really, really good chocolate ice cream dessert thing.
Like
I don't know where I was eating it at, but it was so good.
like Dippin' Dots type stuff.
No, like it was like there's a brownie, right? A chocolate brownie, and then on top of it was like a chocolate ice cream thing, and then
Oh,
on top of that was like fudge, and
like brownies a la mode.
oh yeah, like that was good.
Mm,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Oh
I I think I might make some brownies so I can throw some ice cream on top of it. That's a good idea.
yeah.
I'll write that down. Yeah.
Send one my way.
Absolutely. Sweet. So Kuwait. So could have got blown up. Your friend broke her foot.
Yep.
You went swimming and you went to a mall.
Yep.
What an adventure. They had a cheesecake factory in the mall.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat there?
Yeah, we did eat there once.
Yo, see? I fucking slept in a hole. That's my deployment. Yo, I got gypped.
You joined the wrong
I did.
branch. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now you know why they call us the chair force.
Yo, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. If I wasn't too old, yo, you could send me whatever country you want to in the Air Force. Yeah, I'll be
Mhm.
security, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, what a deployment. That sounds
It
like
was
fun.
great.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. 100%. You never know what could
Mhm.
happen. But I mean, it sounds like you had. I mean, you had a good. Well, I think a lot of people have good times on deployments. Most
Mhm.
of the time, you make good times out of it. Um,
Exactly.
so, geez, what else? Any other deployment stories?
Um, not really.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, those are the main ones. Oh, well, I did. While I was there, I did volunteer to go to the city and go to the children's hospital and hang out with the little kids.
You should have led with that one. That's awesome.
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it was so fun though, and they
Mhm.
were so cute, and I was just like, oh, I just want to like squeeze you and never let you go.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. See, those are the kind of stories that people don't hear enough about is the is the good stuff that, Americans do on deployments and stuff. Like those are
Right.
a lot of those people get kind of glossed over.
Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. That's great.
Yeah, it was fun.
So you come back from Kuwait, back to good old Oklahoma.
Woo!
Now, so you were there. Okay, so you were in the fleet 6 months.
Mhm.
You deployed for 6 months. So you're
Yep.
at about uh almost 2 years in the Air Force at this point,
Yep.
roughly.
Yep.
So what happened next?
Well, when I got back to Oklahoma, I was tired of working on flight and checking people's IDs
Hmm.
because I literally would get asked the dumbest questions. And then I moved to day shift. So
Yeah.
like I was checking at the main gate. I was checking IDs at the main gate. And I don't know what rank he was or anything, but he's like, "Hey, where's the commissary? Can you point me directions to the commissary?" I'm at the main gate. I look at him. I look behind me and I'm like,
Hmm.
"Are you serious?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Please tell me you're serious." He's like, "Yeah, I'm serious." And so I was kind of a smartass, and I was like, "All right, well, do you see that light all the way down there?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "You're gonna turn left, okay?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna come up to another light, all right?" And he's like, "Okay." I said, "You're gonna take another left, and then you're gonna come up to another light and go straight, and boom, there's a commissary right ahead of you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, thank you, ma'am." I was like, "Yeah, no problem, sir. Have a great day."
Yeah.
Like I was just like, Jesus. So
Yeah.
I ended up applying to work in the armory. So I
Hey.
give people their weapons and everything and take
Hmm.
them back,
Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. I loved working in the armory.
Yeah.
So
That is the dream job right there. For
yeah.
myself. For myself personally, that's the dream job.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, no, absolutely. I freaking loved it. And then I ended up running the armory as a senior airman, or as E4, I should say.
Hmm.
Um, I ran it because our NCOIC at the time was going for a different job, back office job.
Hmm.
And so I literally ran the whole entire armory. And
That's
then
awesome.
the senior master sergeant, who is um, kind of in charge of the section that I worked in,
Hmm.
he came and congratulated me because no one had any complaints or anything like that while I was taking charge. And I was like, yeah, that's
That's
right.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. That's cool. Now you have to have some cool armory stories. Have to have some cool armory stories.
Um, well, there's this one time I was super upset because when I have to arm people up, I'm on like a time frame. I literally had like 30 to 45 minutes to arm up about, 20 to 30 people,
Sure. Sure.
depending on how many people are working that night and
Hmm.
everything like that. And this master sergeant literally came in, didn't tell me, "Hey, my people are going to, arm up late or whatever like that." No, didn't say nothing. They went to their meeting, and then, obviously, um swing shift or whatever, they
Hmm.
were getting relieved late because I didn't arm up this flight at all because no one came in to arm up.
Yeah.
And I ended up yelling at both of the master sergeants, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we're sorry."
Mm.
And I was like, "Thank you.
Mhm.
Like, this is my armory. I don't care your rank. You're gonna
Yeah.
listen to me."
Yeah.
But it didn't happen again. So I think that's probably like
Yeah.
one of my best stories
That's what's up.
because it
That's
was
awesome.
pretty boring back there. Because
Yeah.
I don't know. And then some kids got in trouble, but I was trying to help them not, get Article 15 or anything. And
Mhm.
I don't even think they ended up getting Article 15 because they were the higher ups were trying to pin the fact that someone who was on the do not arm roster got armed up, but that's because back office didn't send us an updated sheet saying this
Mhm.
person is on the do not arm roster. You
Mhm.
can't arm them up.
Yeah.
And so they tried to like come at the armory saying that it was our fault and everything and we should have paid attention and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
You have the
how
proper
how
information.
yeah, and I was like, how are you gonna blame, a couple E3, E4s for a freaking E6 or E7's mistake?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's your
but
guys'
one of the
fault.
kids, yeah, yeah. I was just like, what the hell? And I even told my supervisor that. I said, I really don't think they should get Article 15s because there was two of them.
Mhm.
And he's like, why? And I explained the whole situation. I said, if anything, it's their fault because they never sent us the paperwork. And how, like, what do they want us to do with that, without that information?
Mhm.
So, but I think one of the kids still ended up hating me because I snitched him.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Whatever.
whatever, okay, grow up.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't. You don't see the whole side to everything. Especially when
Mm-hmm.
you're like caught up in it. Because like being an E3, an E2, E3, caught up in
Mm-hmm.
some drama. You don't
Right.
necessarily know everybody who's going up to bat for you.
Right.
Sometimes it's like you feel like, why am I getting my ass chewed when it wasn't my fault? And all they know is, like, this such and such went and talked to them, and now I'm getting my ass chewed. You know,
Yeah.
so you never kind of know. And then plus also like being, well, I mean, I wasn't young, but E2s, E3s, 18 years old, 19 years old,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 20, like depending. So
Yep.
you kid brain.
Exactly. And it was so funny because I literally got on shift and then the person I was relieving, she was the same rank as me. She didn't do anything about it. And she didn't tell anyone about it
Yeah.
until I came in. I was just like, now I have to stress over this.
Yeah.
So she was like, we did our changeover. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to just contact, our supervisor to see what's going on, to tell him what's going on so we can,
Yeah.
wrap this up and everything like that.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. But it was so stressful. I was just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Okay, here we go.
when I did, sorry, I
No.
just remember this story.
Yeah, it happens
So
all
I
the time.
ended
Yeah.
up,
Woo.
right. I ended up actually arming up someone who was suspected of being drunk.
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
that was
Active
the
shooters
longest
coming back
fucking
again,
day.
huh? Like, yeah. That's the
No.
theme of this. Like, that's what I'm. When this goes on YouTube, it's Kodinii and her active duty stories, or her active shooter active duty stories.
Listen. When you're behind the window, all you can smell is the
CLP.
rounds and yeah, and CLP, rounds and CLP. That's all you can smell. And so like I was just like, how am I supposed to like
Yeah. Yeah.
know? Plus he was a functioning alcoholic. How am I supposed to catch that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard, and it's not like you have like a breathalyzer. Like, hey, you got to
Right.
blow into this before you get your weapon.
Mhm. Exactly. But he got in trouble anyways.
Yeah.
And then they tried to like get me in trouble for it. I was like, what?
Shit
I
rolls
can't smell
down.
anything.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then like people's freaking colognes. Holy crap, they put a lot of cologne on too.
Yeah. I
Like
never understood
everyone
that.
does in the morning, and I'm just like, I can't. I can't
Yeah.
breathe.
If you're going to the range, whatever. I mean, that's usually when you get your weapons. If
Mhm.
you're going to the range and you go to the armory, like why did you bathe in axe? Like we're about to go roll around in the
Right.
dirt. Like
Exactly. Like, just put deodorant on and you'll be
you're
good.
good.
Like, who are
That
you
should
trying to
be enough.
impress? A freaking
Absolutely.
officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know. So dumb. I don't. I never got that. I like trying to like get all fancy for about to go in the field and fucking somebody's probably gonna like we're all gonna end up being sweaty and doing
Yeah.
push-ups because someone's gonna do something stupid. So we're all gonna pay for it. Why do I want to smell like now? Why do I want to smell like bo and Axe? Like
Mhm.
I didn't wear Axe, but you know what I mean. Like why do I want to
Yeah,
spray like
no.
bo and cologne? Like
Right.
I'm about to start
It's
sweating.
just not a good mix.
You're in camis. You've got your LBV on. You've got all this gear on. Your
Yeah.
flak jacket, all that type of stuff. Like you're gonna sweat. You're gonna start stinking. Why do you
Yeah.
want to do like half and half? Like I don't know.
I don't know either. I just didn't understand people sometimes. I was just like, whatever, I'm doing
Yeah,
myself and that's it.
yo, that's right. You gotta.
Because
It's
apparently not
kid thing.
everyone's going to look out for me in the military, you know?
Yo, best like the best advice I ever got is you gotta. The military. Well, in my case, the Marine Corps is gonna get whatever they can out of you. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to take care of yourself, so you can get whatever you can out of the Marine Corps. And
Yeah.
and that's like for a lot of. I don't think there's anybody in the chat who's gonna go or watching this is gonna go. I think it's more people who've been there and done that, but that's the
Mhm.
best piece of advice I could give somebody who is looking at going in the military or is starting off at the very beginning is you got to you have to look out for yourself. Number one,
Oh,
plain and
yeah.
simple. Like don't let people talk to you like oh you hurt your knee, you're gonna go to medical. Like suck it up. Like yo,
Yeah.
that's when you're 40 and you're like you can't walk correctly because you didn't go and take
Yeah.
care of it. Like
Exactly.
screw them. It's your life.
Exactly. And
So
like,
there.
I think it was close to my end of like before I separated and everything. I ended up getting really, really sick. I was sick
Yeah.
from October, and then it kind of went away in December and then came back in January.
Hmm.
Well, that's when like COVID was happening as well. And I was just obviously hacking up a lung. Didn't go and see like any doctor, nothing. And my flight chief was super upset with me. Sent me home early and was like, "You need to
Yo.
go to see urgent care the next day." And I was just like, "Why? I'm okay. I'm just coughing up a
Hmm.
lung." And he's like, "No, you might have like bronchitis or something like that." And like, I don't need like I don't need you to be like getting everyone sick here. And I was just
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go home then.
Yeah.
Yay! Right. And then I ended up having really bad bronchitis to the point where it almost turned into pneumonia.
Oh boy. I got
Yeah.
bronchitis. That's
Yeah.
a
But like
throwback.
I was just like, for me, if I'm sick, what like whatever. I have to
Mhm.
go to work. Like that's how I saw it when I was in the military. I was like, no matter what, like no one who's sick takes a day off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then they're just like, no, you need to go get your shit fixed.
Jeez. So wow. So you were in when Rona. So when did you get out?
I separated in March of 2020.
Oh boy. Just brand new. Just barely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Uh, wow. So did you finish off your time in the armory?
No. Okay. So I was
Okay,
going to
so you were in the armory, and then you went from the armory to
back to flight
back to flight. Oh, I
because
bet
I
that.
told them I was separating.
Oh, I could see why they wanted to get somebody else in there.
I don't know. It was so annoying
Yeah.
because then I was like, "Well, can you at least try to get me on um like a swing shift and not a mid shift because I was going back to school again
Hmm.
and I was, going to school full time and then working full time."
Hmm.
And they were like, "No, she needs to go. She's going on mid." So I ended up going back to nights,
Mm-hmm.
and my classes were all in the morning. So I'd literally work from, depending if it was like a 12 or not, but work from about 5, 6 at night all the way to 6 in the morning, and then go drive 30 minutes to my classes, or to
Ooh,
go to my classes, and stay up until about noon, drive back home, get like a 3-hour nap in, and then go back to work and just do it all over again. Like
that's
they really
rough.
they they really screwed me over, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad I'm actually separating now, because you know,
Yeah.
I thought you guys would help me out since I've done so much, but apparently not.
Yeah.
So,
There, I feel like some people get super lucky, and then some
mhm.
people get like the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of stories of, excuse me, I've heard a lot of stories of people like who it's just everything that they wanted while they were in the military. Oh, I'm going to go to school.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. We'll let you off early. We'll do this. We'll do that to kind of work around you. And then you have people who are like, well, you want to go to school? That's your choice, but you're going to be working 12s and, like, good luck. Do it
Yeah.
on your own time type stuff. And it's like,
Yep.
there's no like middle ground unless you do it like, there's no middle ground. It's here's the military, and then you work your way around it.
Yep.
It's crazy. Shitty.
Yep.
So you're going to
It
school.
was awful.
You currently going to school?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I ended up going through some stuff
Sure.
when I was actually fully, like, all the way processed of
Mm,
separation, or being separated from the
sure.
military. And then I wasn't gonna have like a place to live, so I ended up moving back home to Nebraska. So I had
Ooh,
to drop out of college
Nebraska.
again.
Ooh,
Yeah. And then I moved a couple months ago, I moved to Texas. So
back in Texas, huh?
I'm here
Oh,
in Texas again. Yep.
oh, all
Where it all
right.
started.
Hell yeah. There you go.
With that.
Nice.
So
Sorry, excuse me. So
fine.
okay, so you went from armory back to flight, and then anything interesting besides going to school happen between then?
Well, I took my terminal at like the best time ever,
Hmm.
because then I was about a month, oh, almost a month into my terminal, when everyone started moving into 12-hour shifts because of
Mm.
COVID,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
having to wear masks and everything, and I was just like,
yeah.
ha. And I heard my my squadron, it was just a complete shit show for them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm so glad I left when I did, because fuck y'all.
So those of you who don't know, which I think most of you do, terminal is you're getting ready to separate. You use whatever I mean, you can use whatever leave days you have to like stack up on top of that, so you can kind of like I got out I got out in November. That's when I was getting out, but I had so much leave and everything saved up. Like it was like mid August when I was like, all right, I'm out of this bitch. Like, see you later. Like,
Hmm.
might as well. So
Yep.
that's kind of what terminal means for those who don't speak military. That's one term that military has across the board. So,
Yeah. The
uh,
best term.
the only term that matters. Like,
Exactly.
so you took your terminal right before like Rona was like
Like
at
a
the
big
at the
thing.
peak.
Yeah.
So you went back to Nebraska,
Hmm.
and then you recently just moved to Texas.
Hmm.
What are your? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot. What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm gonna continue streaming. It's probably the best thing that's like kept me going.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I've had some really bad, like, down times that
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't think I was gonna, feel like I was gonna survive.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm going to try to go back to school, finish off my criminal justice degree that I started 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I guess go from there. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I kind of like I'm I wanted to like do real like realtor stuff
Hmm.
because I love selling like not selling houses, but like going to houses and looking at them. I don't know why. It's just I love doing that. Like I'm
Hmm.
just like, oh my god, this is amazing. But for now, I guess I'm just gonna be trying to go to school and continue my streaming
Yo,
and then
that's what's
see
up.
what we go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't checked it out, twitch.tv/Kodinii. It's her Twitch. It's great. It's a good time. She plays Dead by. She plays other games, but Dead by Daylight is by far my favorite thing because it could go either way. Sometimes super salty, sometimes super teabaggy. Like, yeah, there's a whole spectrum, and it's great. It's funny. It's a good time.
Yes.
Absolutely a
And
good
then the
time.
pebble.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. All that stuff will be down in the description when I put this up on. This is gonna live on Twitch until the robots take over, or not
Yeah.
on Twitch. Sorry, on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch for a little
Either
while,
way.
but then I have a YouTube channel, so go check it out. So that's I'm pushing that. So yeah, sweet. So now what is that? So you stream, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days a week,
Yeah, every day.
every day, every day.
Yeah, every day.
It's a good time. It's a good time. It's awesome. So so usually the one question I normally ask everybody is, what was the moment you look back on during your military career
Mhm.
that makes you smile? That you have that moment where you're like, "Yo, remember this time?" And then you're already smiling about it before it even comes out of your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, and I feel like there's a couple of those.
Yo, spill them, spill them beans.
I don't know. Definitely deployment. I really loved my deployment. I met a lot of great people there. It was kind of a shit show, but I don't know. It was great. Like one time, I didn't tell this at all, but I guess this lady had a very crazy stalkerish, almost ex husband who managed to get onto the base and go to the event that she was running in. So that's kind of
Oh boy,
a little
that's
awkward. Like, yeah, I was like, how? First off, how did he even get on base?
hmm hmm
You know? Oh, because he had a military ID, and I was just like, uh, what?
okay, yeah.
But it was just so weird, and I was just like, that's crazy.
hmm hmm
Um, but yeah, definitely my deployment. Like I could look back on that, and I'm just like, oh my god, that was so
Yeah.
fun because it was my first time out of the country, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just I had a great time. We stayed on Virginia Beach the night before, so like everyone was getting hammered, and it was great.
I went
It was so
to
great.
I went to MO school in uh oh boy, at Fort Lee in Virginia, which is like 40 minutes away from Virginia Beach, I think.
Mhm.
It's what is it? I don't think it's Norfolk. I can't remember where it is off the top of my head, but we were like 40. I've been to Virginia Beach before. It's good. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that, and then definitely maybe when I was in tech school, I had a lot of fun in tech school.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds like it.
listen, I was staying at accountability. I was drinking.
Yo.
I actually brought my drink to accountability.
One of
Because
them,
it was
huh?
in a
One of them.
Gatorade. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
listen, it was in a Gatorade bottle. Okay.
Yo.
They
No.
said we could bring that to hydrate with. Well, it's half Four Locos and half Gatorade.
What? Four Loco and
So,
Gatorade? Oh,
yeah.
that doesn't
So,
oh, my stomach hurts just thinking about that. Oh,
listen, don't knock it till you try, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
yeah. Like, I'm too old to be experimenting with stuff like that. Like, maybe like 10 years ago, but like, my kidneys hurt just from thinking about that. Oh, Four Loco and Gatorade. Yeah, I'm going to try that
It was
this
really
weekend.
good.
I
It was really
try
good.
that Four Loco Gatorade. I'm gonna write it down right now. Four Loco
Yes.
and Gatorade. All right. What
Yes.
what flavor of Gatorade?
I think it was like the blueberry one because it was the blue Four Locos with the blueberry Gatorade.
Oh, that just sounds gross, but whatever. Like, Yeah, I'll try it once. Four Loco blueberry Gatorade.
It was so good. It was so good. And then my rope came up to me. He's like, Cody. I said, yes. He's like, what's in your drink? I said, what do you mean? It's Gatorade. I can bring this. They said we could bring this.
Mm-hmm.
So if I smell it, it's not going to smell like alcohol. I was like, no. Why would you say that? And he's like, well, let me smell it. I said, no, I'm not going to let you smell it. He's like,
Yeah.
why? I said, because you don't have a, what are those things? Fucking, what is it called?
No idea.
A search warrant. Oh my
Search
God. There we
warrant.
go.
Oh. You held up your hand like this, so I thought it was like some sort of like I don't know, like smelling salt or I don't know.
No.
This is a search warrant.
I was trying
Yeah.
to think. I was like really trying to think. That's what I do. Like sometimes I'm thinking.
Yeah. I was like, no, what is this? Like a tester or like what is? I don't know what this is. Like, were they Italian? Like what's going on?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yo, search warrant. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he looks at me because we're all cops, and that's why I said you can't do that legally. You don't have a search warrant.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 idiot. And then like I looked at him and I drank the rest of my drink right in front of him.
Yo, chug it.
And he's just like, oh my
Yo.
God, I'm so done with you.
Yo,
And then I almost got in a fight one time at accountability.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Spill that. Yeah. Let's hear that.
So it was so weird how they like had they ended up doing this new way of separating us at accountability instead of going by like the week you are, the team you are.
Mm-hmm.
They had us go by the buildings that we were staying in. So for us, for me, I was over at Jailhouse, which is like all the way away from the higher ups, which is why I did so much shit that I did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's this girl standing ahead of me, and I don't know what the fuck she said, but she pissed me off. And so I grabbed one of my ropes. I said, listen, this bitch is out of regs. He's like, what do you mean? I said, look at her fucking socks.
Oh.
And they're like, not like black, plain, white or whatever. It was like these black socks with like stars on them. And then she turned around and she said, I already got in trouble for them, so you can mind your own business. And like she like tried to like get in my face, and then I went to get in her face, and I had to be held back. And I was just like, wow, that happened.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time.
it always seems to like, people fight over the dumbest shit. Like I've realized that like it's such a stressful situation, and then it's like socks will set somebody off. Like,
yeah.
I've gotten in pushing arguments because somebody's, like, because in the Marine Corps you wear it's all green sock. It's either like the green, the coyote, or like all black. That's it.
Right.
You can't wear white socks. And people would try to like come in with like half and half, so like the bottoms are white and the tops are black. I never understood it. Like it's socks, like whatever.
Right. Right.
If you want to be that much of a rebel, like by all means, but you blouse your boots and then you can see the top of your socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do that, like have them just be the bottoms, like not half, like not softball or baseball, like. It's dumb. And be like, hey, the fuck, man? Like, your socks are showing. Your white socks are showing.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're yelling at each other, saying, I'm going to beat your ass. And then it's like, it's a pair of socks. Like, I look at it now and I'm like, you're fucking down. Like, we were about to throw hands over some socks. But, them hands were about to be thrown. Yeah.
I was there in tech school.
Yeah.
I was about to beat a bitch's ass.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways.
Crazy. Wow.
But yeah, and then there's this other time
Ooh.
where I was standing there. Obviously, I had gone out that night.
Sure. With your Four Locos and Gatorade.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone was standing at the position of attention, and I was bored. So I started making popping sounds with my mouth. You go like... And so, like, everyone started doing it around me. And then someone screamed. They're like, we're not taking a bubble bath here. You know what I said? I said, yeah, we are.
Oh, boy. That's great. It's good
Yeah,
times.
that was something else.
Yo, you're you're there for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. Exactly. It
Oh,
definitely was a
that's
good
great.
time.
That's what tech schools. That's what tech school and MOS school and stuff's for. It's just have a good time.
Yes,
You're there to learn your
exactly.
job, but I mean, you gotta have some. You have to have some fun while you're in it. While you're where you're in,
Yeah,
because
some sort of like way to like relieve that stress,
yeah,
that
absolutely.
stress you're not used to.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the big thing is most people aren't used to like being in these long term stressful situations. So you got to kind of do what you can to
Mm-hmm.
just have a decent time, you know.
Right.
So if it's
Exactly.
popping bubbles in formation, yo, that's what you got to do.
I never got in trouble for it either. I just want to say that.
Yeah, that's what's up. Everybody around you got in trouble, but not you.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That's great.
Yeah, but that's pretty great. And then there's this one time, last story, I swear to God.
No, no, no. By all means, you can tell. I love listening. I love listening to people's stories because it's like, it gives you an inside look at them, and then it also
Hmm.
gives you a different point of view on the military,
Oh
regardless of what
yeah,
branch you're in,
most
because
definitely.
it's those little moments that make the military. Like just
Yeah.
those little moments.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's
most definitely.
everybody's seen the Hollywood shit, like I mean, most of that stuff happens once in a generation.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like war and all that type of stuff. But I mean, you make dozens of movies about it. They over exaggerate it and whatever.
Yep.
Like everybody's seen those moments, but nobody sees the
Right.
little moments you know, like you were just talking about. Like those little
Yeah.
moments. Those are what make the military fun to the military. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't there in that
Exactly.
moment, but that's fucking hilarious. And I have been in moments just like that where it was great.
Yes. Yes. It's just I don't know. I have no clue. It's the best, I guess. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
don't know where I was going with that.
Doesn't matter.
Seriously.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Yeah.
You good?
Anyways. But the story is obviously I was coming back from accountability, walking to my dorm that I was staying at.
Hmm.
I was drunk, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to walk on the sidewalk. Well, me and this couple of kids were like, we're not gonna walk on the sidewalk because that's just like we're going up and over around a tree and then back down. Like it was like the dumbest route ever. And so we
Oh, you
we
walked on the
ended up
grass? Oh no.
no, we walked on the
Oh.
road
Oh, okay. Ooh.
and it was dark out, obviously. And I was drunk and I fell in this pothole. And everyone started laughing at me. I said, "Who the
Oh.
fuck put that there?"
Yeah.
I said it wasn't there before.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, I was a little klutz.
It happens. It happens more than you think. There was a girl in when we were at MOS school,
Mhm.
and no, we weren't in MOS school. We were in the fleet. She fell walking up the stairs, broke her nose, and her eyes were all swollen and everything. And everybody was like, "Oh, you got your ass beat," and she was like, "No, like I fell going up the stairs." And I mean,
Oh,
who believes that kind of story?
right.
But then when
True.
you realize who they are, like you're like,
Oh.
yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I believe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm glad I never broke my nose when I fell up the
yeah.
stairs.
It was hilarious. It was great. I was gonna bring that story up when you were talking about it, but I totally forgot about it
Oh my
till right
god,
now.
that's so funny. Oh, that's
Yeah,
literally the best.
absolutely. Yeah, shout out to Icebox and congratulations on the baby. She's having a baby. She's great. She's a good time.
Yay! Congratulations!
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. Maybe I'll try to get her on here before she has a baby. Before she gets busy.
Yes. Yes.
Her and
I
I
think that'd be great.
were stationed together, so I think that would be a good time. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like it'd be a really good time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've seen people who are just like Klutzy. Yo, she
Yeah.
wasn't even drinking, I don't think. I don't know,
Oh
maybe.
no.
Yeah. You get,
Oh
you're
no.
sometimes you're tall and lanky and you just like you never get control over your limbs. Sometimes they
Yeah.
just you never figure it out.
Well, I'm glad I'm short then.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though
Not
people
much going on
think
there.
even though people think I'm only 5 foot tall, it's not true. It's not true at all. Just so you know, everybody.
You know, everyone thinks I'm taller than what I actually am.
Yeah, I get the exact opposite. Somebody was like, they're like, oh, I mean, you look like you're only 5 foot tall. I'm like, well, I mean, like I'm
Mhm.
6'4". Like it's a big difference. Like,
God damn,
yeah,
that is a huge difference.
yeah, absolutely. I
You're
had to.
literally a foot taller than me.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. I had to tell
Jesus.
somebody because they were like, oh, I don't believe it, and I had uh, I enjoy adult beverage every once in a while, so
Right.
I had a beer can next to me, and I put it in my hand, and it was like, I'm like, no, look, like this is how like it's small. It looks small in my hand, so like this is 16 ounces of a can. Like I don't know if you guys can see it, but like my hand covers it. I'm trying to cover the label, but like, 'cause I'm not sponsored. I could be, but I'm not sponsored. Uh, but yeah, I'm not uber tiny
Wait,
like
what is
everybody.
that?
Like
What's that
everybody.
drink?
It's called Zions.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, non-alcoholic.
never mind.
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah, that's
It's
an energy drink, isn't it?
yeah, it's there's no sugar in it. Um is a little bit of caffeine, but it's mostly like natural stuff. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sponsored, but I could be. We're not going to dwell too much time on it.
You want to know what you should try that I am well, not sponsored, but I do have a code for?
Yo, plug it.
Raise. Raise
Raise
energy.
raise energy.
Yes,
Yo,
yes, yes.
how do you spell that for me? I'm writing it down right now.
RAZE
RAZE. Raise
and then
energy.
energy. Yes.
What's your
I
code?
have an actual link. It's Kodinii.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. Yo, so
Spelled
if
the
you
same.
haven't tried it, go to Raise Energy. Use the code word Kodini. Get you some Raise Energy. I'm gonna try some.
15% off, by the way. It's a
15.
15%er.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. Sorry, just writing this down. Otherwise,
Oh
I'll
no, you're
forget.
good.
I do
That's
that
how
all
I
the
am.
time.
I have to freaking write everything down. And
I got
even
a little
then,
little
I
notepad.
still forget it.
Yeah, I have a little notepad by my desk, and some people are like, "Hey, did you do this?" I'm like, "No," or they'll just be like, "Check your notepad." I'm like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, thank you."
Right. Right. But yeah, no,
Absolutely,
I forget even if I write it down.
yeah,
It's
all the
just
time.
like
I do
it's
too.
not in my face. I don't remember.
Yeah, people have to. Yeah, people remind me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did it. I'll do it. I'll get to it. Don't harass me."
Right. I was getting there.
Yeah, sooner or later. Like, yo,
Yeah, it was gonna get done either today or next week, maybe next month.
hmm absolutely. Okay, you do have a code. What else? What else you got going on?
um, not not
Streaming,
really much. Yeah, just
going back
streaming.
to work on your criminal justice degree.
Yep. Well, I
Um,
have to wait on that one
well,
because freaking Oklahoma College was like, "Oh, we're processing your transcripts,
mm,
right?"
yeah.
And then there's an error, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I looked, and I was like, "It says error. You need to contact your school." So I sent them another email,
Mm.
and they never got back to me. And I was like, "I literally paid $7. What is this?
Yeah,
What is this?"
yeah. For your
Like,
official transcripts.
yeah, for
Yeah,
like getting electrically sent or electrically.
electronically.
Getting,
Yo, I
yes.
got you. Yo, words are
Thank
hard.
you.
Words are hard sometimes. I get you.
Listen, I was a cop, okay?
Yo,
It doesn't take much to get into security forces.
I joined the Marine Corps. Enough said. Like yo, I didn't go to like I didn't go to word school. Like whatever.
Right.
I
I
speak
didn't even go.
I speak two languages. I speak English and bad English, and that's it. Like most of the time, I just
Yeah.
is bad English. So
Most of the time, it's gibberish for me.
Yo, it's a true story. Check out our Twitch channel. Fucking hilarious. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of like laughing, and then a lot of stuff that you can kind of make sentences into. It's a good time.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Keyword,
kind of.
kind of.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked it out, twitch.tv/Kodinii for a good time. Do you have any? You're on other socials?
I have a TikTok.
Check that out too. I'm assuming it's the same thing, Kodinii.
Yep. I also have a Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. All these links will be in the description. You have any Discord? You've got a Discord. I'm in your Discord.
I do have a Discord. Yep. I do have a Discord.
I don't know. Do you have a?
Got that OnlyFans? I'm just kidding.
I was like, this stream is about to go completely different. You do have to hit the 18 and older button to join my stream at least. So.
Hey, I have that on my stream too.
Oh, see, okay, so we're good at this point.
There's some stuff that gets talked about,
Yo, for real.
It's not for those little kid ears.
Yo, that happened to me yesterday. Doc, speaking of Doc, he said some shit, and there's somebody in the chat who wasn't 18. I said, Doc, yo, you're trying to get me put on a list. I don't want to have to move everywhere and have to introduce myself to my neighbors everywhere I go. Like,
right.
Yo. So it happens.
Well, actually, but at that point, when it pulls someone's stream up, right?
Yeah.
It says, this is mature content.
Yep.
Are you above, 18 or older? If they click OK or continue, that's not your problem anymore.
Yeah, I hope
Did you
so.
know that?
I've seen that, but whatever. That lady sued McDonald's for hot coffee, so like.
Hey, listen, Red Bull got sued because it didn't give them wings. I wish I did that.
Yo, genius idea. But I'm just a little VOP, little VOP gaming.
Right.
Right. I don't want to. Yo, I don't have anything. Don't sue me. I don't have anything.
I'm just a little guy over here.
Yo, yeah. I'm only 5 feet tall. Like.
Exactly.
Yo, stay. Like. I don't want no trouble. So yeah, OnlyFans. Jeez, got off topic there.
That was a joke. That does not exist for me.
Yeah. Some people, to each their own. No judgment whatsoever.
Hey,
you gotta pay the bills.
With this COVID shit, you could pay the bills any way you need.
Absolutely. Yo, some people sell them feet pics, so there's somebody out there for everybody.
I've actually been wanting to do that.
There you go.
I got those ugly feet, so it wouldn't even work for me.
To each their own. Somebody's into it somewhere. I guarantee it.
True.
Somebody's into it somewhere.
Oh, that's so true.
Yo, you heard it here first. You want them Kodinii feet pics?
Yeah.
You heard it.
I'm sliding those DMs.
You heard it exclusive here. Not my DMs, hers.
Mine.
No,
mine.
This way.
Starting $50 a pop.
Yeah. No, that way. No, whatever. This way. Yeah, over there. That way. Yeah, I'll get it right one of these ways. Like, yeah. She's doing it, not me. You don't want these VOP feet pics. No, they're not. That's not. Mm-mm.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, jeez, what going off the rails?
I know. Sorry.
No. Oh, absolutely not. No. I'm right there with you. I told you earlier, squirrel, and next thing you know, we're talking about feet pics.
Yep. And OnlyFans,
Yo, absolutely. Oh man, I had an idea for something like OnlyFans, but I think it's a good idea, and I don't want to put it out there because if somebody takes it, I'll find you.
Oh yeah, and then they're gonna make freaking millions off of it.
Yeah.
So you just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, I'll find you, and you'll disappear.
Yeah. You don't want to fuck with
5 foot tall VOP.
Yep. He'll beat your ass.
Yeah. Nope. I have to get that step stool and then work it out from there.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So awesome. Anything else? Anything else you want to plug? Any other stories you want to tell? Anything?
Oh, I do have advice. If
Oh,
there
okay.
are
Yeah,
some, obviously new people here,
sure.
um, don't get married because you just want to get out of the fucking dorms. Stay in those goddamn dorms and make that money,
Mm,
okay?
yo, straight, like for real. I, yo, I will. Amen. Second that. Absolutely, all day. I went through. I went through that too. I got married
Yeah,
when I first joined the Marine Corps.
yeah, me too. For there, yeah, 3 months. Dated him 3 months. Oh,
Oh no, we did. We were together for a while, but
oh yeah, no, I wasn't together with him for a while.
we
I
did
was
the
just
whole.
kind of,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just kind of trying to, get out of Oklahoma and go to Georgia to a base that only deployed. But
Mm,
whatever. To each their own.
absolutely. No, my ex wife and I we were high school sweethearts, and
Mm,
then I went to Iraq, and her boyfriend was living in our apartment,
mm-hmm.
our house on base. So don't
Oh,
get married.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, don't get married. It's dumb. Don't do it. I mean,
Yeah, it's literally just like
while
a
you're in the
title.
military. Yeah, while you're in the military.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
yo,
could
you
be
want to
fun.
do your own thing after the fact, like now when
Yeah,
you're out,
to
whatever.
each their own. Yeah.
If you want to Beyonce that shit up, go ahead, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, of
More
course.
more power to you. If you don't,
Mm,
more power to you too. Whatever.
yeah. The
Don't.
extra couple $100 all because you're married isn't shit. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah. I feel like I would have had a better time if I lived in the barracks. Uh,
Yeah,
just
me too.
like building bonds with people, with
Yeah.
random nights out. Like it had its benefits where like I didn't have to worry about every Thursday somebody coming in for room inspections. Like I
Mhm.
just like, if I woke up and I didn't want to make my bed, I didn't have to.
Right.
Uh,
And I wasn't really subject to them either because obviously I was in the dorms for like a couple of months when I first, was at my base
yeah.
because I wasn't married yet. But I got this sign that said night shift worker and I put it in my window and my room was trashed.
Yeah.
And I had just got off work and everything. I threw everything everywhere and was sleeping. Well, I hear someone knock on my door and I'm like, what? Right.
Yeah.
And so I get up, I put pants on, I open the door, and I'm just like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, we just saw the sign. We're so sorry. Go back to sleep. And I was like, okay. I just closed my door
Yeah.
and went back to bed. I was just like,
Oh,
what the hell?
yeah. Those were the worst. Like when they would go through the barracks and like they'd search the barracks room with like drug dogs or whatever because somebody popped on a piss test.
Yeah.
Those were the worst because like I didn't live at the barracks and they would like I wouldn't be in formation. They call me, "Where are you?" I'm sleeping. Why? What's up? They're like, "Well, why aren't you in formation?" I don't live there. Like that's why I'm not in formation. Well, you need to be here. Why do I need to be there? Like
Yeah.
it's 4:30 in the morning. Like,
Yep.
are you gonna come through my room? Then leave me alone.
Are you gonna come do a check in my house?
Yo, exactly. Like if that's what you're saying, yo, you better bring a warrant. Like this is my
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
What is it? This thing? You better bring one of these things.
Yeah, one of these
One of
things.
these things. You better bring one of those things. Because if you don't have one of those things, the fuck out of here. No. Yeah, but those always are the worst, and then, like, I'm like, I don't live there. Like, we're the same rank. Unless somebody
Mhm.
calls me who outranks me, I ain't going back to sleep. And
Yeah.
then, like, 10 minutes later, some sergeant would call me and be like, oh, you didn't get to the barracks. I'm like, oh, God damn it. All right. And then I would show up in, like, basketball shorts or, like, pajamas because it's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
4:30 in the morning. They'd be like, wow, why aren't you in green on green? Well, because I don't live
I
here.
wasn't told.
Yeah. You just told me to get here. So now I'm here. Would you like me to go home and change? Like, I can't stand in formation if I'm not here.
Right.
And then like 2 hours would go by and I'm just like, and I would, like I had this cool ass Master Sergeant
Mhm.
Anderson, and he, Uh, we used to talk about basketball, and he'd come up and in formation. We just talk about whatever all the time. He'd just come up to me and we'd start talking because I was a little
Mhm.
older than everybody else. And we'd be talking. I'm like, "Hey, Master, can I go home?" He's like, "What?" I said, "I don't live here." He's like, "Yeah, you don't live here. Why are you here?" I said, "Master, like, I tried to say that like 2 hours ago. I'm still here." He was
Like,
like,
I
"Yeah,
just want to go to bed.
yeah, like, look, if you want to come look at drugs in my house, feel free to come by, but like, this has nothing to do with me."
Yep.
He's like, "All right, well, yeah, go home." Like, okay.
Yep.
I'd start walking away, and then he'd yell at me, like, "What?
Why
Get
do you
back in
look at
formation."
me?
I'm like, "No, Master Arn Anderson said I didn't have to." Like, yo, take it up with him.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
just
If
get
a
my car and drive
higher
away.
leadership tells you to do something, you just fucking go do it. Like
Exactly.
I was
Yeah.
ordered. Sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah. E8. And I kind of used him for a lot of stuff like that. Yo, you got to be here. Yo, Master Arn Anderson said I didn't have to be there, and I would text him like, "Yo, they're trying to get me to come to formation." Like, he'd be like, I got you."
He said, "I got you."
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
He was a cool ass dude because everybody always was like, we'd play basketball, and everybody would always like, he was an older guy, and he was he was an E8 at the time,
Mhm.
and so nobody would like, everybody would just like give him room. I'm like, "No, fuck that. See, we're playing ball. You wanna score. You got to come through me." Like,
Right.
and he respected me from there. So it was kind of like, it was super super chill. We became really good friends real quick, and I would
Oh
use him
yeah.
for a lot of shit. Like, "Yo, Mass aren't like, yo,
Yes.
why do I got to come to room inspections? I don't even live in the barracks." Like, just tell him I said you don't have to be there. Yo, bet.
I got you.
Yeah, it was great. It's all about who you know. All about who you
Oh,
know.
most definitely. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. You get out of a lot of bullshit for knowing the right person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone knew who I was, so no one really fucked with me.
Yeah.
Even though I was, E4.
Yeah. He had the same kind of reputation, kind of, but I was always like, "Yo, if you want a real answer, go ask that guy." Yo, everybody wants you to be real until you're real, and then they're like, "What the fuck?
Right.
You asked me?"
Right.
So, it's crazy.
No, I hear that.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, I really want to thank you for being on, for doing this,
Yeah,
It's
thank
been
you for having me. I had a
yeah,
lot of fun. I was super
absolutely.
nervous.
Uh,
I
I get like
was
that
like,
all the time.
yeah,
Like,
I was
I'll
just like, who wants to know about me? Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just
Well,
Cody.
yeah. Well, I always feel like these stories are important, no matter how big or how small, no matter what you did. Like the military machine is made up of
Hmm.
tiny cogs, tiny cogs, and everybody who's in the military is one of those cogs. No matter how
Yep.
long you were in, how short you were in, everybody contributed, and everybody has stories that, like your friend you deployed with, who asked for their ID. Like, both of you could tell the same story. They're going to be completely different because you're different point of views.
Yep.
So it's like everybody has these stories, and if they're not told, they get lost forever.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I've done, I don't know, I've done like 17 or 18 of these on my old YouTube channel, and then I restarted them again. And I've done a lot of like Vietnam guys and
Hmm.
older guys, and they have these stories that are unique to them. Everybody has stories that's unique to them, but a lot of the older guys, they won't talk about it with their kids. They won't talk about it with their grandkids. They're in their
Hmm.
60s plus. And
Right.
so some of these stories will just die out. They'll just be forgotten in
Yep.
in history. And so it's kind of like, this is how to get to know people without having to like, like, I don't know, like, it's just a way to get to know different military styles, different
Hmm.
people's life experiences, and kind of like just know more about the little stuff about the military.
Right.
So it's the stories It's the stories you kind of you tell your friends.
Exactly.
It's that type of stuff.
Hmm.
So it's very, I don't know. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, it is. Oh wait, before everything ends, I do have one more funny story
Absolutely. No,
when I was
I'm
deployed.
all about it. I love the stories. Yo.
Okay. So I was FaceTiming my mom, right? Because it was nights when I was working and it was
Sure.
day back here in America.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I was FaceTiming my mom and she's like, "Where are you posted? Like, why can't I see you?" And I said, "Mom, I'm in the gunnerman's tower or whatever." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I want to see." So I turned on the light and she's like, "Oh my God, Cody, what are you doing?" I said, "What? You wanted to see what like my little work area space is?" And she's like, "Turn off that fucking light. You're going to get shot." And I was just like,
Oh
"Okay."
boy.
I was like, "Mom, it's just Kuwait.
It's
Jeez."
just Kuwait. Oh, it's a
Like, I
whole
literally just carried this big ass gun that's the same height as me up this flight of stairs for, shits and giggles.
OPSEC right out the window.
Yeah.
Right out the window. Yo. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Different lifestyle. That's crazy. I That blows my mind. How did you FaceTime your mom?
So with my phone, I had I've been with Verizon for like forever,
Sure.
right?
Not
And
sponsored, but could be.
not sponsored, but it could be. You hear that, Verizon?
Yep.
If you're watching.
Shout out to Verizon. No,
Um,
don't shout Verizon out. I didn't mean that, but Verizon. Slide up in these DMs.
yes, facts. Um, so like when we were over there, you could get these little SIM cards that have like kind of like internet stuff or whatever, and you could put it in your phone.
Hmm.
Like if you had a Verizon phone, that's completely fine because it worked with it. But if you had like an AT&T phone, that phone would had to be unlocked first
Hmm.
before you can like do that. Or like you get a little puck with this internet connected to it, and put the SIM card in the little puck, and that's how I FaceTimed.
Yo, different lifestyle. I joined the wrong branch for sure. Yo, I had to when I was in Iraq, we had like
Mhm.
a bank, like a phone bank, and you would get in there and you had your card, you'd put in like fucking 18 numbers, and then before you even put the phone number in, and there was somebody listening on the other end of the phone. So like you would be on the phone with whoever, and you always knew somebody was listening to your call because if you like spilled the beans on some shit, they'd hang your phone call up
Mhm.
instantly.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
OPSEC. For those of you who don't know, that's operational security. So if you're like, we're going down MSR, whatever, and I'm going to be gone for the next 3 days because we're going on a 36-hour, 48, however long convoy. If you said some shit like that, boom, phone call was over. They would just hang up. They would hang your phone call up. So FaceTiming your mom, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it is Kuwait, but oh wow, that's crazy.
Like the only real threat we had was the fact that ISIS said they're gonna bomb bases, and one of them were, the one that I was on,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
nothing happened.
yeah. Well, I mean, most of the time they're empty threats, but
Right.
it's crazy.
Right. But that's like the most like exciting thing. But then again, we didn't get to go, back to the city after that.
After you FaceTime somebody?
No, after
Oh,
ISIS tried to
after ISIS. I was like,
say they're gonna
yeah,
bomb her.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never really know, but
Yeah. I don't know. We're real careful, like, and we're literally like stuck to like every little thing that we're supposed to do.
hmm.
So it's
Well,
just crazy.
yeah, absolutely. Well, all deployments are crazy
Oh, most definitely.
because they never. I mean, you plan for the worst, but it doesn't mean it actually
Happens.
happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely, it's crazy.
Yep.
Whew, cell phones. Oh man,
I know.
what a time to deploy. I joined the wrong branch.
Yeah,
Have I
you
said
did.
that? Have I said that?
Yes, you have.
Yo, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's cool though. Jeez, this kid's military nowadays. God, you
Yeah.
youngsters. I mean, I remember I had to fight a war barefoot in the snow, uphill, both ways.
Mm,
Sorry, it's that old people talk. Sorry,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that is.
Yeah, I was like fixing bayonets and like powder packing gun. Like, jeez, y'all over here in your fancy cell phones and stuff.
Listen, I didn't have a fancy cell phone until I bought myself a fancy cell
Yeah.
phone.
The first time I ever had a smartphone was 2009. I had a flip phone up until then because I broke them all the time.
Listen, I had a flip phone up until 2013.
Yo, I I did a lot of stuff in the Marine Corps, and like
Huh?
I had a cell phone. I dropped it out of a helicopter. I dropped it off of the USS Tarawa. It got run
Holy
over by a
crap.
tank. I lost it in BFE. Like it's probably still in Yuma, Arizona. Probably somewhere. It's
Oh,
probably
no.
just somewhere out there. So I was like, yo, these like touch screens and shit are expensive. Like $25 I got a flip phone. Like
Yeah.
whatever. It still takes pictures. Like
Yep.
so. And then I bought it off Craigslist, you know,
Oh,
back in
oh
the day.
no.
Yeah. And it was like my first smartphone, and it was like the guy was like, "Oh, it's red, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." Like it looks red, and I get there, and it's like it's this pink touch screen, and like, yo, it's all scratched up and beat up to shit, and I'm like, you know what? Like, it's time to move forward, like,
Yep.
yo, I still have that somewhere in a box somewhere.
Yeah. But I will say this. Flip phones are literally like indestructible.
Absolutely, and they last forever.
Literally.
They last forever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I don't know. It was crazy. I dropped mine in a lake and it stayed there overnight. And the next day, my friend and I went over to the area where I dropped my phone in the lake, right?
Hmm.
And we found it, pulled it out,
Yeah.
took it apart, put it in rice, sat in rice for about 4 or 5 hours, pulled it out, and the screen was pink, but it worked.
Yo, that's right. No,
And my mom was
Nokia.
completely fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Fine, it works. It works."
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. You drop a little bit of water on a smartphone nowadays. That's it. It's
Oh,
done.
yeah, it fries it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Hmm.
It's a goner.
That's right. Absolutely. It's crazy. Good times. Good times. Awesome. Well, I guess you have any more stories?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I haven't thought of anything while we were talking about, smartphones and flip
Smartphones,
phones.
flip phones. Okay. Okay. Well, so we normally, like I said earlier, like I know we've been ignoring chat. I've been ignoring chat.
Hmm.
If anybody has any questions, we'll open it up for a few minutes, maybe while Kodinii thinks of some more interesting stories. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to. Excuse me. If anybody has any questions for Cody, feel free to ask them. This isn't about me, so don't ask me questions because it's not about me right now. Because I know some of you have questions all the time, and I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to answer them yet. Monster wants to know what branch is the best. That's very subjective.
Oh, Lord.
Monster, I think you already know the answer to this question.
See, I'm going to say, Air Force
Yeah,
because I was in it,
absolutely.
obviously.
Yeah,
And like you would say Marines because
Absolutely.
you're in it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it just depends.
everybody has an opinion, and it's
Oh,
okay that
yeah.
you have a wrong one. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm Chair Force. I just sit around on my ass doing nothing,
Yeah,
and I get paid for it.
absolutely, absolutely. Fucking FaceTiming out in Kuwait.
Exactly.
Oh man,
While I'm in the freaking gunner's tower.
yo, that's crazy though. That's insane. That blows my mind. I wish I could have been a fly on the
Oh.
wall during that conversation.
Literally. Okay, so one time I got another story. I was up there, right? And the
Bruh.
road there's a road not too far, maybe a couple 100 feet ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
And um, I was in the tower again, and I was like, "What the fuck are these people doing out here?" So I have binoculars, and I'm looking through the binoculars.
Hmm.
I'm like, are they like digging something up out of the like the sand over there? So I called my supervisor over, and he comes over and he looks, and he's like, "Did that one just take a squat?" And I was like, I don't know, did he?" And then like they like got up and like left, and he's like, "Cody, I think we literally just watched someone take a shit
Mm.
on the side of the road," and I was just like, "Well, that's
Oh
unfortunate for
boy.
me."
You know, the difference, the difference between, like, now that I think of, like, gosh, I hate always being like that old military guy. Yo, did you guys go look to see what it was?
No.
Yeah, we like legit. Uh, if this was back in, like, I always back in the day, back in my day, like,
Hmm.
we would have had to go check to make sure they didn't fucking just pop an IED down
Right.
there, like, and then you'd have to
Yep.
walk up on a fresh pile of shit.
Yep. That'd be something though.
Oh man, you would be surprised the shit that you find on the side of the road.
Literally.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh
well, yeah,
man.
monsters got the right idea. Marine Corps all day,
You know, I'm fine with that because my dad was Marine.
Yo, see, smart man, smart
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, he said he wished he stayed in though. But I was
Yeah.
like, why? He was EOD.
Oh man, EOD.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to do that, but colorblind.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fun fact. Fun
Hmm.
fact.
Fun fact:
So,
I used to date someone colorblind, and I made fun of him all the time, and I asked him
hey,
what color was purple, and because he couldn't tell the difference between purple and blue, and I was like, which one's purple and which one's blue, and he'd always get it wrong.
it's
It
fucked
was
up.
so fun. And like we had to like color these stuff. And because we were in high school, it was like we're in what class was it? Anatomy. And so we had to like color coordinate this little thing and whatever. And I would help him kind of not really do what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, it's messed up. Messed up.
I know.
He has something. He has something biologically wrong with him, and you just making fun of him like that.
Yeah, I exploited him for it.
Yo, the more you know about some people, Wow,
Listen,
I've learned a
that was
lot.
just
I've learned a lot about you today. A
that
lot.
was that was 18-year-old me, okay? I matured within
That's
those years.
true.
Maybe a little,
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. What do you got in the bottle there? Gatorade and Four Loko?
Oh no, it's empty. It was water.
Uh huh.
Listen.
Water?
Yes, water.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it's
Okay.
empty now.
Mhm. That's fine. That's fine. We all go through our Four Loko phases. I don't know.
Yeah, that was so good.
Ooh, I'm gonna try it this weekend.
Oh yes, I'm excited. You'll have to
I'm
tell me
not
how it goes.
excited. Four Loko is uh, Four Loko is not good. We used to we lived on Camp Pendleton, and we would drive to
Mhm.
San Diego. In For those of you who don't know, that's in California. And it was like a half hour, 40-minute ride, and we'd each get one of the tall cans of Four Loko, and we would chug it. We would drink it. You couldn't chug it. You can't chug Four Loko. I'm sorry.
No, you can't.
We would drink it from the time you got from Oceanside. So that's where Camp Pendleton is. Oceanside to San Diego, and it'll get you fucked up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we that's how we would pregame.
That was your pregame.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the pregame. Trust me,
Oh shit.
you drink one of them. You drink one of them big boy Four Locos. This was Four Locos like over a decade ago. Like they've kind of. I think they mellowed out since then.
I don't know. They're still kind of. They got the worst taste of them. That's why I mixed it with Gatorade.
Yeah, but I mean they're strong, super strong, and
Oh god,
and we
yeah.
weren't gonna like. I mean, there were some times where we ended up getting a bottle, and then we would go to the parking garage down because we used to go to this place called Below. Fun fact: I used to work there too after I got out, and we would go there and yeah, they did get nerfed. I'm pretty sure they got nerfed. Yeah, and so we would drink in the parking lot. We'd take shots and stuff like that, and random people would come by and be like, "Oh, hey, like where you guys going?" And we're going to Below. They're like, "Oh, we are too," and they'd be like, "Hey, you want a shot?" And then made a lot of friends like that. But
Yes.
most of the time it was we'd Four Loco it on the way. Whoever was driving wouldn't drink, but everybody else would
right.
be like fucking trying to chug the Four Loco. Like you had to finish it. That was the rule. You had to finish it before you got there.
Oh no.
Yeah, so some people would be like, we'd be like 5 minutes away, and they'd be like, God, I have like half this thing. It's like, yo,
no.
it's gonna be a rough night for you. You know the rule. You better finish it before we go.
Yep.
Oh man. Ugh.
God, that sounds awful.
Well, it's Four Loco. Of course, it's awful.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Ghost?
You want a good time with Four Locos? Add in some Gatorade.
Yo, you want a good time? Get something else beside Four Locos. Straight up.
Listen, I just drink wine now.
Yo, right there. I drink I drink more expensive stuff. That way I don't feel like shit. I drink that Jack Daniel's single barrel. Not sponsored, but I'd fucking love to be. Hit me up, Jack Daniels. Hit me up.
He said slide into my DM.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, I'll pay. No, I won't pay you. I already do pay you. Like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's great. All right. Is it? I don't see any. Anybody have any more questions? Anybody have any questions in your chat?
I don't know. Chat, do you guys have any questions?
Yo. I
that
mean,
you'd like
now's
to
the time to
ask?
ask.
Chat.
Now's the time to ask. I feel like we've just been rambling on for 2 hours. Like, I don't know.
Listen.
Sometimes, like, I don't like what do I do with my hands. Like, I don't know. Like, what do I do?
Oh, I don't know. I just talk with them.
Oh, it's from Ricky Bobby. When he's doing the interview, he's like, what do I do with my hands?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I watch a lot
sorry.
of. I watch a lot of movies. Watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, I don't really watch movies anymore. I used to.
Yeah.
Especially when I worked at a movie theater. I'd go watch movies for free.
That's what's up. I worked at a cattle ranch, and I did overnight security. Fun fact, because cattle are expensive, like super expensive. Like just one cow. I mean, you're looking at like $3,000.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just meat. Like, there's so much other stuff you can get from it if you know what you're doing.
Isn't there like was it a steer that's like almost worth like $1 million?
Like Kobe beef.
Yeah.
Those are expensive because they're fed like I believe they're fed stuff like hops and stuff like that, so it makes like their meat taste divine.
Oh yeah.
I've never had it. I can't afford it. I think that's what it's called. I don't know.
I'm poor over here.
Yeah. I was a cook in the Marine Corps, so like, and I grew up poor, so like I can make I can make a meal out of anything.
The poor. Oh wait, never mind. I thought you were going a completely different way with that.
No. I can make anything out of nothing, basically.
I can't.
Well.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Not everybody can cook.
Like that
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with like top ramen and takeout. Whatever.
Listen, if I get I can cook, right? I can cook, but I have to have all the ingredients and I have to have the instructions of how to do it.
Oh boy.
And then I can cook. But
Yeah.
like if I have to go to the store and buy the ingredients and figure out which ingredients I need and then come back home and then try to start it and then be like, oh fuck, I don't have this ingredient. Well, god damn it, I'm not cooking it.
Yo, adulting is hard sometimes.
It is. I hate it. I want to be a kid again.
Yo.
Like
I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, hands down. But yeah, when I worked at the when I worked at the cattle ranch, I drove around in a patrol car all night, and I had a laptop in the computer. I had a laptop inside the patrol car, and we'd have to send off, reports, hourly reports. But I would just watch movies. Like, I work a 10-hour shift, and I would just I'd put a movie on. I'd have my little thumb drive. I'd put movies on it, pop it in. I installed VLC player, and that's what I did. I watched movies.
I feel like I'd fall asleep though.
Well,
I would totally fall asleep.
yeah. Well, it's Graves, and I mean, like, I was out there by myself, so like, I'd set,
that'll make me fall asleep even faster.
Sometimes I would set an alarm, and then I would I'd get like me a little 45-minute nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're on a cattle ranch, so it smells like shit. So it's very hard to like. You get used to it, but then you're like, it gets during the summer months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
nighttime
heat just does something to it.
And because they're a smart business, so they stack up the manure. That shit catches on fire. Like, legit. Like, there's a chemical reaction, and next thing you know, you're calling the fire department because there's a 20-foot tall stack of horse shit or cow shit that's on fire.
No.
Yeah. Because all the methane, all that stuff, like.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm glad I don't have that job anymore.
Reminds me of the movie Joe Dirt.
Oh. Joe Dirt.
That little thing that they thought was like a bomb, but it's just like a thing full of shit.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Ooh. Yeah. It's crazy. And then, that phone call when you're having to call the fire department, like, yo, I've got this 20-foot tall pile of shit that's on fire.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
I'm like, what?
Yeah. I'm like, look, I work here and it's on fire. Like, I don't, like, you need to send somebody, please. Like, I'm not pranking you. Like, for real. Yeah. Those are weird conversations.
Right.
Like,
oh, I'm sure they were.
yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. Awesome. Well, I super appreciate you. I don't see anybody else in here asking any questions except for Monster saying he got the doo-doo on him.
I got the doo-doo on me.
Yeah. So yeah, awesome. Super appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good times. Really good learning about people, and about
definitely. And I had a good time.
Yeah, that's what's important. That's what's important.
Exactly. Thank you for having me.
Learning, absolutely. It's very interesting to learn. It's very interesting to learn about, like, military as it goes through changes, and then different people's experiences. So it's definitely good.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So Monster, you can do your commands. You can't do them right now because I don't have it set up. You can do them.
Oh.
I'm gonna jump back streaming after I start uploading this to YouTube, but oh shit, squirrel! I lost it.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, so this will be on my channel for like 2 weeks, and then it'll be on YouTube. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube, and it'll stay there either as long as you want it to be there, or until the robots take over and they get rid of YouTube. So that's where you can check it out. And
sounds good to me.
Like I said, if you haven't checked her channel out, links will be in description. But also, twitch.tv/Kodinii for some hilarious gameplay. Some good times.
Yes, sometimes. Not for me.
Yeah, sometimes that salt is real. Sometimes it is. Yeah.
Like earlier today.
Oh boy. Yeah, it was one of those minutes. You sat there for like 30, 45 seconds just staring. Like, yo, we've all been there before. Awesome. Well, thank you very much again. So next week, we're gonna get an MVP member on here. We've had one already, but I'll announce that semi later. I will be back playing some Fallout here in about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you got come hang out, if you're in the chat, or maybe I'll play some music while I get stuff ready. But anyways, that's for whatever later. But anyways, yes, thank you again for being on. Sorry, I ramble sometimes because like I just like they get too much, like too much in my brain, all at once.
I know.
It's hard to think about all this stuff. But
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get the outro. Thank you for being here. Super appreciate it. Thanks for all the cool stories. All the Kodinii's socials and everything will be down in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube land. If not, and you're watching this on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kodinii, then you can find everything else about her on all her other socials on there. But we'll be back again later. But until then, thank you very much. Remember who you are, and we'll see you in the